Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kerry, if you don't know me. I am going to be uploading this on my Facebook, if I can. Please listen to this warning. I know many of you don't believe in the paranormal. You think it's all a bunch of cockabaloney. Listen, my mom did too. And my mom is now a grown woman sleeping with her bedroom light on because they wanted to show her they were there, I guess. I don't know. I say they because my house is infested with many spirits. I don't have the answers that I wanted from the investigation, unfortunately, because they were not being honest or truthful. And we all feel, and I've always felt, even before these people came and investigated, that there was something dark, not nice there. Okay, so if you don't know my story, I am fascinated, always been fascinated by the paranormal, okay? I do go out and do investigations on occasion. I'm not a professional. I barely have any equipment. I got a couple of things to go to the Lizzie Borden house. Why did I go? I don't know. My daughter and I drove by it. We were going to get I was going to look for a dress for my son's wedding. It's something that I always wanted to do. So I said, hey, let's just go do it. I don't know. I just got this sudden urge. Did I know I shouldn't have been doing it? Yes, I did. Is this my punishment? I don't know if it's a punishment because we've always felt something's been there. I feel like it's more something led me to do this, so therefore I would find out that I have things in my home. How did I find out? Well, let's get to the story. So we went to the Lizzie Borden house. We did an overnight, investigated for like 6 to 8 hours, about that probably. There's really nothing else to do there except investigate. I mean, unless you're a tourist and you're coming out and doing other things. So we went there specifically for that reason. We came home and I started feeling kind of like drained. Like I wasn't feeling right. I knew something wasn't right. My back, now this is before the Lizzie Borden house. I was waking up with excruciating back pain. As soon as I'd stand up, it'd go away. I was going physical therapy. They were telling me it's because of the way I was holding my son and, just all the wear and tear on my back throughout the years, whatever. So I took it as that. I was also getting very sick. I was diagnosed with H. pylori. But all these symptoms that I was having prior to going to the Lizzie Borden house had all subsided. My back wasn't hurting really much anymore. I wasn't feeling sick anymore. I've been taking probiotics, whatever. All of that started coming back. My back started hurting again. I started feeling sick again. I'm like, all right, something's not right here. So what I did was I made a video in my room that I was going to upload here on YouTube, showing people how you test for negative energy. In one of the videos, I captured a voice, and it didn't sound very nice. It sounded male, and I couldn't understand what it was saying. Therefore, this led me down the rabbit hole of making more recordings, calling out. Anyone's here you go. I'm leaving you a device. You can speak into it. Feel free to tell me why you're here. How did you get here? All the questions that I had. Of course, I didn't get the answers to those questions, but I did get much evidence. I have evidence on my phone. I have evidence on my camcorder. I have evidence on my laptop. Once I captured all this evidence, including a manifestation of many spirits, now that I look back at the pictures, we were all focusing on the man. I have like 7 different pictures, and when I sent them to this couple that I asked to come in to help me, while I was sending it to them, I was looking through the photos and I was finding more faces. I found a female and I found this, I don't even want to say what it looks like, okay? Now, the voices that I captured were of a woman giggling, this entity that I can't understand, again, over and over, saying things, whatever, and I also captured a child crying. One of the videos, I had my hair up in a ponytail, and you can see my hair standing up like this behind me, and I could feel the electricity. Crazy. Now, I called many different people. Guys, it is not easy getting someone in your home. Let me just tell you, if you have something going on in your home, good luck, because not only did I have almost 4 cancellations with 3 different groups of people, COVID is putting everybody back. And, these people also do other things. They don't just do home investigations. When you're living through this, you want an immediate fix. You don't want this in your home. It doesn't feel right. It feels like I have strangers in my home. I've gotten over all these fears. I've gotten over all these feelings with the power of prayer, with, just not thinking about it. If something happens, I don't get all scared. I don't get anxiety. I just kind of look and say, okay, I know you're there. I don't speak to it, but I say it in my head. Some of these things are telepathic. They can read your thoughts. They can read your mind. Therefore, I feel like that was why I was getting all these cancellations, because some way, somehow, they can interrupt in other places, okay? I know it sounds crazy, guys, but what are the chances of getting almost 4 cancellations? These people ended up getting a babysitter, thank God. They were here till almost 1 o'clock in the morning. They don't charge a dime. This is real, guys. Please listen. Please. If you have teenagers, please have this talk with them. I don't care if you don't believe in it. You have to do this, because ghost hunting in the millennials is huge right now. Huge. Okay? There are a lot of famous ghost hunters out there, and your kids see that, and it looks fun, and it's exciting, and they want to do it, and they download apps, and they start messing with this in your home. You're all done. You're all done. The worst thing I could have done was continue chasing this, but I didn't know. I didn't understand the depth of what I was doing. I didn't understand that I could open a portal. If I did, maybe it's always been here. We've always felt off in this house. I will say it again. 20 years ago, my mother bought this house. She told me she felt something cold get in bed with her. We've had lights flicker. We've had things coming across the floor. Years ago, we never paid attention to it. However, the energy in this house, the amount of arguing and people waking up in bad moods, and my daughter with her issues with her anxiety and depression, are all signs that there could have been something here all along. I could have had this attached to me my whole life. I don't have the answers. I wish I did. But it doesn't matter. The fact that I went out and did this, knowing that I shouldn't have, well, here you go. It's in your own home now. Have fun with it. That's how I feel this went. Now, maybe again, maybe no. Maybe I had to go do this Lizzie Borden house. Maybe I had to go to this Conjuring house in order to figure this out, to get this out of my house, to help save my family, because it is affecting us. I feel it physically, mentally, all of it. It's all real. It's all true. It's not just in my head. It's been confirmed by a team that is professional, that knows what they're doing. They were here almost 2 hours, and before they even started asking questions and even shut off the lights, things were already going bonkers. Now, I don't know every piece of equipment that they had. They had energy boxes, which the spirits use instead of using us or our devices, because that's what they do. They had a REM pod. They had a music box. They had a static camera, which I believe got fried. The batteries were fried in 3 different devices that they brought in. The gentleman that came in has health issues, immediately started getting sick, because that's what they do. They were masquerading at first as a man and a woman who died on the land, not in my home, from the 1940s. I knew they weren't being honest, because I'm telling you, I know there's something demonic here. Now, you will be able to watch this investigation once they are done going through the footage and they edit and they upload everything to their channel. I will give you guys the link, the name of the channel, so you can go and watch it. I know many people are anxious to see it. But I'm telling you, this stuff is real. Now listen to this, okay? We're at the Conjuring house. They gave us a warning. Do not take nothing from this land, not even a blade of grass. What happened is they gave us 2 examples of people who took something from the land. Somebody took a screw from the porch, a nail, and someone took a rock. Now, what are the chances of this? I just got a message from a gentleman oh, you got something going on in your home, blah, blah, blah. Well, I do too. He says, I was driving back from Rhode Island, and we happened to drive by the Conjuring House, and there was a huge line of cars, so we were curious, and we went over there. They were giving free tours. He said, he even has the video of him there. He's not lying, he's not bullcrapping, and why would he message me about this? Out of the 15 people that were there, okay? He says, I took a rock from the basement as a souvenir, and now I have things going on in my home. Showed me a video of the rock, his lamp, saying, okay, I'm going to start asking questions now. Is there a spirit connected to this rock? The lamp flickers. Next question. The lamp flickers. He has an attachment now. He said he brought the rock back. He's got to be the person, because the person with the nail was getting scratched, and they said the person with the rock was getting activity. So I said, are you one of the people they were telling us about? LOL. He starts going on about his story and how he brought the rock back. They allowed him to bring the rock back. That's the story that we were told at the Conjuring House. The nail, they weren't allowed to bring it back, but they felt bad and let the guy bring the rock back. Now, I don't know what other activities going on in his house, but I urged him to stop communicating with this. Get help. There's nothing good going to come out of this being in your home. Nothing. They are not your family. They are not. I believe what the Bible says. I know these other people believe that there are human spirits, non-human spirits, demons, I don't. I think they're all demons. I think they're all demonic. When he pulled out all the religious relics that he had, things got dark. They started making threats. Don't do that. We all agree on that. He claims that he hears threats to my children. Now, I have the audio of the whole investigation. I left my phone in my kitchen on record. It's facing the ceiling. You can't see anything. You can't see when the flashlight's communicating. You can't see when the REM cut, but you can hear everything. I've gone back and listened to it. It's very hard to make out what they're saying. They might think it's saying one thing. I'm hearing something else. It's very difficult through these spirit boxes. Although they did have a good one. They had the same exact one they used at the Conjuring House. But please, guys, what are the chances of this guy that we were told the story about hitting me up out of everybody that was there to tell me what's going on in his house? Now, I don't know what else to say. I know a lot of you are not going to believe me. You don't have to believe me. I don't care if anybody believes me. But I want to put this warning out because this stuff is real. There is a spiritual world you cannot see. And it's just sitting there waiting for you to open up that door. How do you open up that door? Very easily. You guys understand, Cardi B has a video. You can go look it up on Isaiah Salvador or Marcus Rogers. They are the only two, I believe, that have this recording because she did take it down. Saying her music summons demons. The music industry, Hollywood, your devices, your virtual, all portals. They are all ways to let these things enter your home. Music your kids are listening to, things they're watching on TV. I am telling you, if you're going to watch something, pray before you watch it. Pray for protection. There's many people out there that do. The thing is, ghost hunting's huge. And I'm not knocking anybody that's ghost hunting. Do I think you should do it? No, not unless you're doing it to help somebody. But why? Because it's in the Bible. It tells you straight up, do not do that. It's a sin. Do not talk to the dead. Do not try to conjure the dead. There's nothing good gonna come from it. Yes, I was a little bit of a skeptic, obviously, when I was going on these ghost hunts and doing these things and not protecting myself and not taking it serious. And now here I am. Here I am with this problem in my home. And I have children that I have to worry about. I have a mother I have to worry about. I'm not scared. I'm personally not scared. Nothing is scaring me. It can do whatever it wants. I know I have Jesus Christ in me. I don't care. I'm not afraid of it. But I am afraid for my family. And again, they claim they heard threats to my children when they pulled out those religious relics. So anyway, the point of this is, it's huge right now, and a lot of young people are following in the footsteps. And when these people are making these videos, they're not showing you how they protect themselves. They're not showing you the rituals they do before they go into these places. Maybe some of them started out not doing them, thinking the same thing, being skeptical. And then they ended up with attachments. And now their videos have warnings on them. There's a reason when I went to the Conjuring house, I had to sign a waiver stating that I could become demonically possessed. They don't just do that for scare factor. There's a reason for it, because it's real and it can really happen. It's not like in the movies when you have an entity in your home. It's not like that. Of course, the movies have to add to it to make it more than what it is. Yes, things have been happening in my home. Since they've left, my grandparents' pictures looks like something spit on them. There's nothing anywhere else around the pictures. Nothing. Only on their pictures, and that's the same exact markings on both pictures. Also, we have the Cards Against Humanity game, which, yes, I know is not a nice game. I hate when my kids pull that out. The card that was out, that someone dropped, but none of us remember having this card, is the answer, the devil is here. Just on the chair, just randomly there. One of the spirits did say, the devil is here. Now, the ghost hunters that were there, the team, they claim that if that's the case, usually the spirits will tell you. But these spirits weren't being honest. They were not being honest. Something was telling them not to speak. Don't talk to them. Get out. It was getting bad, guys. Now, I don't know how many I have. If I have a portal, that means they're coming and going. So, many different ones. About 3:30 this morning, I heard a huge bang on my stairs. My mother heard it too. It almost sounded, we had a Lysol bottle. It almost sounded like something like pushed it, tried to knock it over, because I heard my railing. I have a metal railing. It like clanged, like, and my cat was in the bathroom. So it wasn't my cat. My cat's been staying in the bathroom an awful lot lately, which is very, very strange. He either sleeps by my side or he's in that bathroom. So something tells me something's in that bathroom at night. We've all heard growling at night, breathing at night. I swear I felt the couch vibrate one day when I was sitting on it. Same thing with the chair the night before the investigation. The night of the investigation, I was talking to my son on the phone. Suddenly my phone don't work. I can't make any phone calls. Yeah, all these things just seem to coincidentally be happening, right? It's not a coincidence. It's real. And again, it's not like the movies. Things can be around you. Things can be in your home. If you think there is something in your home, I recommend praying. Prayer is the only thing that's keeping me from being harmed right now, I feel like. Yes, the other day I felt completely drained, like I'm yawning at 5 o'clock at night, and that is not like me unless I worked the night before, and I've been off for almost a week. I saged the crap out of my house, and it does feel better. It does feel a little bit better. My energy's back, but they're not gone. They're still here. They're not going to leave by simple sage. My house has to be exorcised, unfortunately. So understand that this can turn into a mess that you don't want. Please educate your children. Please talk to them. Do not ever use these things in your home. And I do not recommend going out, but if they do want to do it, they need to pray. They need to protect themselves, and they need to look up how to do it. I'm not a professional, so I'm not going to give any advice on here. The only thing I will tell you is pray. What have I used? Frankincense, myrrh, and white sage, also Palo Santo or whatever. I'm also wearing a St. Michael protection necklace and my crucifix. I also have black tourmaline. That's what I have on me. I also have another crystal in my pocketbook that I've been carrying around. But I think it's helping me to maintain my calmness, because they feed off of anxiety, they feed off of anger, they feed off of fear, and that's all we do in this house is bicker. They do not like light. This is why we're all sleeping with lights, TVs, you name it, because I need sleep. I don't need something taunting me in the middle of the night, even though they are. The other day, my cat, it was like 2:30 in the morning. I got up to go to the bathroom, tell my daughter to lower her television. My cat's got his focus under the couch, and he's sitting there and he's shaking his butt, and he's really focusing under that couch to the point where his head's now underneath. All of a sudden, and it was funny, but it freaked me out because I have had poltergeist activity, mostly when I was communicating with them. It really started getting crazy. My son's socks were folded up in a ball under the couch, apparently. All of a sudden, you see the socks come flying out, and my cat jumps back like 10 feet. So something threw socks at my son. Something threw socks at my cat. Again, I kind of chuckled, but it freaked me out. Knowing something's under the couch. I won't sleep in my room. I went in there actually today and read the Bible for a little bit. I was in there the other day, praying and, watching stuff. The day that I had a Bible podcast on and I was deep cleaning my house is the day that I had something really crazy. I could feel it. I felt it. As soon as my mother left, my anxiety, the pit of my stomach, I felt something come in that room. I walked by, my cat has a cat post with a ball on it, and I walked by it, and it kind of went crazy, and I'm like, I don't recall hitting that. Maybe I hit it with my leg. So when I walked back into the kitchen, I made sure not to touch it, and there it went. Boom! Something smacked the crap out. Hard. So I was like, oh yeah? I took the cat post and I put it in the kitchen. Now my cat was sitting on the sink. My cat's focusing on the floor, not looking at me. I'm calling him. He won't look at me. He's just watching the floor, watching the floor, watching the floor. As he turns his head this way, I heard this nasty hiss. And my cat's just sitting there with his eyes like this looking at me did you just hear that? So apparently he didn't see whatever it was, but he did hear it. And that freaked me out. I won't lie. My stomach was in my throat. My heart was in my throat. All my organs were in my throat. I was like, holy cow. And I just yelled out, do not scare my cat. And that was the end of that. About an hour later, I left to go get something to eat. My daughter's like, oh, cat was just swatting at the air. That's what they do. Cats can see these entities. The night of the investigation, my cat was going. Every time a device went off, my cat was already going in that direction. It was so crazy, guys. I've been to so many haunted places. Again, I don't have all this equipment, but we used a lot at the Lizzie Borden house. We didn't have a REM pod, but we had enough. And I've never seen this much activity, ever. It was insane. They were blown away. The ghost hunters, they were like, wow, this is nuts. This is already going off. This is already going off. So anyway, that's what's going on. Again, this video is more of a warning to parents or anyone that likes to do this stuff and you don't understand the dangers and you don't understand what can come of it. It can be dangerous. So please go and do this with protection. Anything you watch on television, live streams, YouTube, protection. Prayer. We all should be seeking God right now anyway, because we are indeed in the final hour. Listen, I am not the only one going through this. I may not have even caused this. This may just be here. Why? Because we have people playing with things, trying to tap into other dimensions, like a huge Ouija board. You ever heard of a Hadron Collider? Yeah, go look up CERN, HAARP, DARPA. Go look these things up and understand that they are thinning the veil. Thinning the veil meaning things are getting through. And there's a lot of it. Just look at what's going on in the world. Just look at all the violence. It's the end, guys. You can't deny it. We're there. And right now, the only thing that's going to save you is Jesus Christ, God Almighty, your Lord and Savior, your Maker. Don't let them lie to you and tell you there's no God. Why do you think? Why would they be removing God and adding Satan? Satan is now good. Satan is now the new, the in, right? Because it's do as thou wilt, right? That's what Satan's about, right? You can do whatever you want. There is no judgment. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's a lie. It's a scam. The devil is here. He does exist. He is reigning on this planet right now. Giving out tarot cards at McDonald's, guys. After school Satan worship, guys. Wake up. Please, if you are asleep, wake up. The only way you're going to wake up is through seeking God and getting out of this world. You have to remove yourself. Listen, I'm a musician. I sang for Satan for years. I can't even listen to that stuff anymore. I won't listen to it anymore. It's crazy. I don't know. I've been transformed. I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. I still sin. I still have issues. Why? Probably because I've had these attachments and I never knew. You know, God's only going to do so much for you. You got to do the rest. But anyway, that's all for now. They are supposed to be coming back this week with a priest. I will let you guys know what happens. Please, if you pray, I've been asking people, please pray for my family, especially my kids. I worry about my little one. He's special needs, and he's a perfect target for these entities. And they've already made threats towards my children. So please, please, please pray for my family. I don't ever ask for anything, but I'm just asking for this. Tomorrow I am going to get some water, holy water, and hopefully my incense will come in, the frankincense and myrrh. Those are the two that they recommended that I use. They said the white sage isn't going to do anything. Palo Santo is not going to do anything. I have to go get it blessed by the priest, or it's not going to do anything. So there's that. I will keep you guys updated, but that is what's going on for now. Until then, stay blessed as always, stay safe, and click the bell. Thank you for listening.